Yes. Yes, quite, yes. Absolutely. Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. So, just looking over my notes from a variety of short films I saw last night because a great man called Adam Weber had a great idea to show off his film and a variety of other films, and I got to watch every single one, and I have to say they were like quite good actually. So I'm going to go through and I'm kind of going to review them all in one big video. So get some popcorn and sit back and enjoy. That was terrible, but okie dokie. Anyway, the first film. The first film was called Future Harvest, created by Carolyn Corkindale, and I'm so sorry if I get these names mixed up or bad because English is my worst language. Absolutely. And the story is exotic, somewhat claustrophobic, and different. And very insane. Very, very, very insane. And slightly violent. And some very weird one-liners. But in the end, this film came together to become a film that I honestly didn't expect. And when I did expect moments of what happened, well, it just went in a completely different direction. That I just went, wow, that's sick and disgusting, and I love it. I want more. Honestly, for a little short film that was like, what, 6, 7 minutes, it was very, very fun and enjoyable. So I do recommend that film if you want to see a film that is different, really, and that's the best way to put it. It's a very different film. Now, at the end of this, I'm going to do a whole big one about what I think of all the films in general, but this is just a small idea of what you're going to come to understand of them. So we get to film two, which was called Heaven's Bridge by Robin Ravina. Hey, Robin's great, just by the way. So Robin's film was a beautifully shot, somewhat abstract, little bit strange, emotional drama. At least that's what I got from it. And there are times where things don't kind of connect as well as we want them to, and there are times where you're just like, Twin Peaks called. They liked it, sort of deal, but in the end, again, just like the first film, it is a different type of film done in a different way. And honestly, it was enjoyable. I'm not going to say it's the worst film I've ever seen, nor the best, but it was enjoyable. And you've got to give it up to the people that actually came into this and went, let's make it. Everybody worked hard on that, and you can tell. Everybody worked hard on all these films, and you can tell. And I'm not going to piss on all these people that said and did a lot of great things. That's not what I do. That's bullshit. And again, my biggest criticisms are going to come at the end, so stay around. The next film was called The Sardonic Smile by Justin Wiggins. So Sardonic Smile is basically Evil Dead-ish in Australia. It's very weird, very, very weird, but wow, it is intense. It is extremely well shot. It is very interesting, even the concepts about what's going on and why it's happening, and it is got a very frightening atmosphere. The acting is well done, the environments are well shot, and it feels like a really good short horror film, which can explode into something more. I'll get to that later. The next film was a love story called The Ton by Simon Tate. That, honestly, this, in terms of emotional value and drama, this was the best one. I'm not going to lie. I definitely feel that because it's very heartfelt. It's very interesting. It's got some great bloody dialogue. It's extremely Australian and beautiful stuff. Like, fuck, so good. I'm sorry, but just remembering it right now, I'm just like, I've totally been in those situations. Sort of like being stayed at the pub because a hot girl was kind of giving you drinks. Look, it happens all the time, guys. It's all right. We can get through that. I'm just lucky I didn't have a loved one at the time. And it's exactly what you want. Like you're probably gonna cry by the end of it. It's very well shot. There's some great emotion by the main actors who just you think they've been married for years. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of wondered were they married for years. I'm just saying, if you weren't married though, you guys you did it well. That's 10 out of 10 from in my books. And yeah, just definitely check that one out if you want a good heartfelt drama. And then the next film, oh boy, this one was interesting, called Leadlocked by Austin Arizolo. I'm so sorry, I just butchered your name. And Nick Berry Smith. What's up? So this film, again, this was like a supernatural thriller slash horror, I guess, with elements of horror at least. And it's a violent Western that's very intriguing and very, very explorative. It's a very explorative type of film. It's like a spaghetti western horror. And if you grew up with watching these sort of films, you're going to love it. Great special effects, fantastic acting, sorry. And really, if you showed this to an American and said this was shot in America, they'd believe it. The shots are well done. The color grade is well done. It feels like a very gritty sort of film. And oh man, it's pretty effed up. I'm not gonna lie. There's the moments in this where I'm like, whoa, that was full on, and it was a very full on thing. And you can't hate on it, honestly. Again, just like on the other films, there's a small little things that could have been done better. But I mean, that's honestly just nitpicking, to be fair. Again, these are short films. These were made on like almost no budget. Just a whole lot of great, fantastic, talented people that went, let's make something. Because you know what? At least they're making something that's different. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which was the last one, The Body, by yours truly, Adam Webber, the guy that made it all up. Now, holy shit! This is where the film. This is where just things just wow. This just exploded for me. So, The Body is not what I expected. I expected a film about obviously a body, right? But not in the way that it's done, right? You come in, you see the posters, and you're like, okay, this is about a guy who's probably hit somebody and killed somebody, and he doesn't know what to do, and then shit hits the fan. No. This is what you think you're getting, and this is what you are getting all the way over there in Brisbane, sort of deal. Very well made. Again, well shot. They're all well shot, but this one was really well shot because it was shot by the same guy that did Leadlocked. Of course, it's gonna look great. It was violent as shit. Probably the most violent short film of the bunch. It was just the comedy in that film was perfection. It was like Shaun of the Dead level of synchronicity. I hope I said that properly. Like the two main actors, they know how to just explode off each other. These guys could be a comedy duo, and you'd be like, yeah, these guys could be a comedy duo in like a really big drama, and you'd still be like, I know this is supposed to be like a really intense scene, but these guys are just making. These guys are stealing the show. Like they're freaking amazing. The whole entire story is also really good. You got a idiotic main character and a main character who's done way too much of this shit, and they just clash in a great way. And the best part, there's only 3 actors in the entire thing, and one of them's dead. Yeah, great job, by the way. The guy that played the body, mate, that was best acting, best acting. He's probably had during the shoots, he just had a vodka bottle. All right, let me play dead. All right. Sorry, Tim, but let's be honest, you probably did. But again, Adam Webber did a fantastic job, and I highly recommend it. Now, overall, though, I did say there was some elements that could have been better. And the better thing is, 9% of these films didn't give us the why this is happening, why this twist happened, and kind of like that build up, right? But then when I'm thinking about it now, that's a good thing. And the reason it's a good thing is because that why makes you want more. It grips you. It grips you so much that you're just like, I kind of want to see a sequel, or I want to see this blown up. And this is what the great thing about short films are, especially short films made by these fantastically talented people. These can be used to make TV shows or feature films. And the reason they grip you is the reason that you want more. And they just do it in such a way that you keep asking these questions, and you're kind of annoyed that they weren't answered, but then you're also like, well, how about we make it even bigger, even better, and go from there? Kind of taking the Evil Dead thing. Evil Dead became a thing, a massive series in horror, because Sam Raimi made a short film. People loved it, and he's like, all right, let's make it into a feature. And that's the one thing I think a lot of people don't see in our industry, especially in South Australia. There is so much talent, so much great talent in acting, directing, producing, and script writing all over the place, especially in Adelaide. And those interesting ideas get pushed to the side into short films, and then that's it. Nothing more. You show a short film to somebody's in the industry, that's great, but it's not what we're looking for. That's bullshit. Every single one of these films I saw, even in the short form, was way more interesting than 90% of the films I've seen coming out of Australia in total. Even the TV shows. Because it's different, it's imaginative, it's inspired. Every single one of them. And they worked their asses off. Every single one of these persons on these films. Because every single one of these could explode and expand into something fantastic. A new thing for Australia. And that's why I think we need to start going back to Ozploitation. Ozploitation, biggest thing in the 70s and 80s. Our industry was booming, even South Australian industry was booming. And you know what? I think we need to go back to that. And these short films, made by these fantastic groups of people, they show off and say, yes, we can. So, if you saw all this and you want to watch these films, check them all out. This is probably going to be on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, so you'll be able to get the details and stuff. And just go out there and make it. Just create. Because then you'll start making films like these and you'll be like, fuck yeah. Because every single one of these films, when it comes down to it, it's like a cup of coffee that you've never had before. You'll taste it and you'll be like, okay, it's different. I may not like it at first. It may take me a while to get used to it. But then when you get another big sip of it and you've taken it all in, you just realize that, man, this is a damn fine cup of coffee. And that is what industry needs to start doing. Throw out the old coffee, bring in the new coffee. And, Twin Peaks references. I'm just saying I like Twin Peaks and I like coffee, sue me. Don't you dare fucking sue me. Anyway, that's what I got to say about these fantastic short films that I saw last night. And you know what? I think you should too. So hit them up on Facebook, hit them up on YouTube, hit them up on Instagram, hit them up on whatever the hell they got. And start seeing the future of Australian cinema and TV. Because this is just the beginning.